Welcome back to the gun dungeon, guys. Sitting here loading up some of your all's favorite rounds. I know the grand old 30 super carry. These ain't just any typical 30 super carry either, though. These are a 70 grain monolithic bullet from Velocitas. They only making the projectiles right now. So Velocitas bullets, 70 grainer, monolithic, expanding hollow point. I did their 56.4 grainer and did some gel tests with it, and it was pretty wild. Is a little lighter than this one, of course. So should get some better penetration out of these. Hopefully we will get the same amount of wound cavitation and all that good stuff. But that is on a video to come, guys. So be sure to tune in for that. We'll be putting these in gel, hopefully out of the carbine and the shield. Got to do that soon because I got to send Steve's rifle back to him here real soon. He's the one supplying me all these bullets and the rifle. And he's been a big help from High Point Firearms. Been a big help to the channel. Gave all kinds of cool stuff to play with. Even gave me powder and all the bullets that you saw me testing 30 super carry was supplied by them. So very good to deal with. Good company, good fella. Appreciate him a lot. So as I was saying, doing a reloading and rambling here, and I think today's topic is going to be something that a lot of opinions vary on, and that is weapon lights. Now, I don't think there's really a wrong answer here in this one. This one is largely just preference. And I don't mean what type of light or whatever in preference. I mean, if you even run one. So me, personally, I don't use a weapon light on my concealed carry gun. There's a couple reasons for that. One, I am a CWI welding inspector, welder by trade. Now I'm a quality director. I overall the MEP for mechanical electrical piping for a large corporation. But in the history of my work, I've always carried a pocket flashlight. Carried one my whole life, still do. A little stream light, nothing crazy. The one that I shouldn't have done that. The one that I currently carry is this little stream light. I think it takes a CR123A or a AA battery. So it'll take both, which is pretty cool. So one of the big reasons that I carry it is for that. So that way, if I'm out of town and don't have any CR123A batteries, there's always AA batteries somewhere in an office. But anyways, I always have that light on me in person. So I don't feel the need for a weapon light when that trade-off is making concealed carry harder. Now, I know some lights are very small and light and handier than others that are mounted on a firearm. And if it works for you, more power to you, that's great. Carry two lights. Carry one in your pocket for looking for your car keys when you drop them and kick them under the vehicle in the parking garage, and carry one on your gun. If you can do that, you're twice as good. You're better off. These brass primers don't go in them. But if you can carry two, if you can carry one on your gun and get by with it, great. I'm getting to a point where with my carry guns, I want the lightest, sleekest, smallest thing that I can carry where I don't even realize that it's there, because it's going to allow me to consistently carry. It's not going to get in my way. It's not going to be dragging me down. My hip and back's not going to be out of whack at the end of the day. I've noticed that too, getting later in life. Like, it's not just uncomfortable when you're carrying, but if I've been carrying a fairly heavy gun all day long, my lower back gets a little off. Like the right side of it like starts getting tight, and I know something's off. So I'll switch to a lighter gun. And that's another reason that I don't put a light on my carry guns. I typically don't, well, I don't say typically, I don't carry handguns with red dots either. And it's kind of the same thing. It just makes the gun bulkier. Don't add much weight, especially these little tiny pistol optics. They don't add much weight, but it does add a little bulk. You got to be pickier with your holsters. Same thing with a light. You got to find a holster that fits that light, especially if you want it to be a smaller holster that form fits and not just a big blocky thing that'll accept all lights. Those tend to be a little larger even. But so the caveat, weapon lights, I do think it is a great idea to have one on a home defense gun. My home defense long guns all have weapon lights on them. Another caveat for me, now this may not apply to everybody, but for me, it must have a temporary on-off option. Like the remote on my Surefire, there's a button to click it on, off. One click, it's on, one click, it's off. But it also has a pressure pad that is temporary on and off. It's only on while I'm holding it. To me, that is a must. Why, you may ask? Well, because maybe I don't want the light on all the time. Maybe I just want to quickly identify something and then turn my light off so that my location, my placement isn't super compromised. Now, that's another argument to be had for a handheld light over a weapon-mounted light is if you are trying to keep your location concealed, you can have your light in your hand, you can reach way over here, even on the other side of the press. Turn your light on, take a look, come back, looks like you were over there, but you're actually over here. Just something I've seen in some of those cool gun shows that I watch all the time. They're cheesy as can be. But, I mean, theoretically, that is a bit of an advantage to a handheld. But a disadvantage to handheld versus mounted lights on a home defense. If it's already on your firearm, that's one less thing you have to grab in the heat of the moment. When something has went awry and you're kind of panicking anyways, don't know what to do. Was it the dog? Was somebody kicking in the door? Did a chicken just fly into the window? You never know around here, I mean, seriously. But if you only got to grab one thing, and now you have your defense and your light in one object, one less thing to think about. So kind of keep that in mind as well. I don't know how many of these I'm going to load for this video. I guess maybe 5 more. Why not? Why not? Make it an even 20. But yeah, like home defense, long arms, I guess, in general. Because like I said, if it's going to be like a life and liberty type gun, battle rifle, sure, throw a light on there. As long as you're not hiking 50 miles a day with it, it shouldn't really make much difference. But, you know, with handguns, like I said, my big reason for not is because of bulk, weight, size, addition. But with a long gun, it's not like that really plays that big of a factor. Like I said, unless you're going 50 miles on a hike. Because the long gun's already, you're not going to carry that in your waistband. It's already pretty heavy, already pretty bulky. So really there's not a lot of disadvantage to having one on a long gun. Now I'll say this, if you're going to mount one on a 12 gauge, don't do what I did. What I did is I was stupid and I mounted I think it was a Surefire as well, on my home defense gun on the left side of the forestock over here where the molly strip was. Put my little mount there, put my light on it, and it had the tail cap on that where I could use it the same way as I said, temporary on, temporary off, or a full click. So I could reach it with my thumb. I was like, oh, right, I don't need a remote. Till I set that baby off with some double-aught buck 9 pellet. And that mount hit me right in the tip of the thumb, and I wept like a small child because that was not pleasant. And I rethought my mounting strategy after that one because the end of my thumb went numb instantly. And I thought, you know, that could be very distracting in a home defense situation. And that's not a time that I really should be distracted. So, lesson learned. Learn from the mistakes of others, and that was a mistake that I made. If it's a heavy recoiling firearm, keep that light mount away from where you hold the gun. So, there's my 20 rounds for testing. That's my reloading and rambling topic for you. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Good to be back, guys. Till next time, stay tuned.